Samuel Njoroge was elected as the new clerk of the National Assembly with 162 votes in favor and 94 votes against. Njoroge replaces Sarah Kioko, who has held the position on an interim basis since 2021. Njoroge's name, which was proposed by the Parliamentary Service Commission, did face some challenges on the floor of the House, as NTV's Sydney Chazima details on this report.
The mention of Samuel Njoroge's name was met with jeers.
This House approves the appointment of Mr. Samuel Njoroge as the clerk of the National Assembly. But, Mr. Speaker,
it took the intervention of Speaker Moses Wetangula to calm the House.
Order, honorable members. Order. You don't defeat or approve a motion by speaking or shouting loudly. You defeat or approve a motion through your vote.
But the temperature on the floor of the House was nearing a boiling point, and even the partiality of Wetangula, who chairs the Parliamentary Service Commission that proposed Njoroge's name, was called into question.
But, Mr. Speaker, is it in order for you, having signed for the PSC, to preside over this debate? Wouldn't it perhaps be better to allow space for your deputy?
The chair is studiously impartial. The chair has no vote in this House. And at the end of the debate, you will cast your vote without any reference to the chair.
Sources intimate that those opposed to Samuel Njoroge's appointment argued that he was too junior an officer to take up the role and be deputized by Sarah Kioko. The latter boasts of a wealth of experience in matters of parliamentary service. But those opposed to Kioko's ascendancy to the clerk's office argue that she remains with 3 years until her retirement and thus will put the House in a precarious position just 2 years to the 2027 general election.
the person who was acting the position of the clerk reverts back to the original position of being deputy clerk, and therefore that person has not been sacked or that person has not been suspended. That person continues to be part of the Parliamentary Service, Mr. Speaker.
The matter was finally put to the vote, and Njoroge garnered a resounding 162 ayes against 94 nays. Some of the functions of the clerk of the National Assembly, among others, include keep custody of records and documents of the House, preparing and publishing the order of business for each sitting day as approved by the House Business Committee, certifying a bill upon passage after the third reading, certifying and conveying resolutions of the House to relevant ministries and agencies. Still in Parliament, perhaps the smoothest committee elections were witnessed as various chairpersons and vice chairpersons were elected.
Promotion of teachers, I want to say that as a Committee of Education, there is money that is the question that we want to ask the TSC actually to appear before us. They have money and the teachers are not being promoted.
We might be called the Committee for Communication, Innovation and Information. However, we are a committee that cuts across all sectors of governance.
The committee's leadership election is expected to continue. Sydney Chazima, NTV.